Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Alright. I had that song stuck in my head all day. We're gonna react into Unwritten Rules of Dead by Daylight. I haven't made a video on Dead by Daylight yet, but I do play Dead by Daylight.
The unwritten rules of Dead by Daylight. If you don't fully know what that means, let me put it in simple terms. Entitled people make rules. And in even simpler terms, if you don't play how other people want you to play, you're the bad guy. And Dead by Daylight has a long list of unwritten rules that you must follow. Quote unquote must. And you already know we're making a tier list out of this. I'm gonna be ranking about 20 or so unwritten rules in Dead by Daylight. And these are the tiers we're gonna be working with. First, we got utter BS. Only the most entitled people in the Dead by Daylight community made these unwritten rules, and they're just extremely bad. Then we have a little ridiculous. These ones are like, why would I do that? That's very questionable. But some people follow along with the unwritten rules, such as myself. Like, it's not that far-fetched. That is utter BS. Then we got, it's whatever. These are rules that you could follow. Doesn't really change anything. A good unwritten rule.
These ones, like a lot of the unwritten rules, like a couple years ago, kind of don't apply anymore because you used to be able to tunnel and actually gain value, but now tunneling is just terrible. I should have subscribed, nigga. We're so close to motherfucking 50 subscribers, so close.
Aren't that bad, honestly. You might as well just follow them. Then we have everyone should do these unwritten rules. By far, you should do each and every single time, no question. And real quick before I get into the ranking, these are all my opinions. I'm not ranking this as a list of which ones you should follow or you shouldn't follow. I'm making this list based on what I would do. Not you guys, what I would do. That's what I'm gonna be talking about in today's video. If you have any more unwritten rules, put them down in the comments below. I could make another tier list because, you know, we're milking the tier list right now. So let's get into it. Make sure you subscribe. We're on the road to 20k subs. The first unwritten rule is you're not allowed to gen rush. Getting into the spicy stuff, but let me just say I am a Survivor main. I play both sides pretty equally, but when I first started playing DBD for the first like 1 to 2 years, I pretty much only played Survivor, so I have way more time on Survivor than Killer, so I just say I'm a Survivor main, because the idea of you playing both sides equally is just a foreign language to some people, and calling like gen rushing toxic is kind of doesn't make any sense to me, because as a Survivor, your objective is to survive. So what do? Do the gens to open the gates to survive.
I feel like this is some Survivor propaganda. I've never been against gen rushing. I just feel like, damn, sometimes it's just like, okay, there's no universe where I was supposed to be able to stop them from doing this gen. Like, actually, like, unless I was a TP killer, like, sometimes, like, it would literally just be impossible for me to stop the first gen.
So what's wrong with getting your objective done faster? And I know a lot of killer mains are probably just clicked off the video, bro. But if they clicked off the video, that means they don't have an open mind. Because the next one we have is that tunneling is also toxic. That's cap. As I said, for survivors, your objective is to survive. You have to do gens to survive. So if you do them faster, you're just trying to survive. Same thing with killer. As a killer, your job is to kill each and every survivor. And what is the most efficient way to do that? To get one out of the game as soon as possible. Again, these are just my opinions.
That's true, but I feel like it's not even an unwritten rule anymore to not tunnel, because the game is just like so like crazy on enforcing like negative status effects if you do tunnel. So like tunneling at this point isn't even good for you at all. You have to like swap between like 2 people, which is, you know, okay, I get you want to get rid of tunneling because getting tunneled does feel like shit, but I feel like also a part of getting tunneled is like you're kind of ass if you just, and yeah, there are some killers that do it better than others, but like, I don't know, I feel like this ain't even an unwritten rule anymore. It's just not good to tunnel anymore.
I'm not going based on what you think watching this video or what the majority thinks watching this video. I'm going on what I think while recording this video. And I feel like gen rushing and tunneling are like hand in hand. If you want to say, like, if you think gen rushing is toxic and you should never do it, and you put it down here, you would have to put tunneling right next to it. They're both basically the same damn thing. One side trying to get their objective done as fast and as efficiently as possible. And I don't think
but
that
it's not though. Gen rushing is efficient because you're just stacking a whole bunch of perks with other people, like items, but fucking tunneling literally does nothing anymore. Like, tunneling is just a bad idea because you just don't get any benefits anymore.
here. Don't get me wrong, there's definitely toxic ways you could do both. So I'm gonna put them in utter BS because I feel like it's both sides just trying to get their objective done as fast as possible. Next we got is if you find Hatch with the last survivor at the same time, you should let them escape. I think that's a good unwritten rule. At the same time, you earned your 4K. Just take the 4K, take the Mori. But on the other hand, this is what I would do. I just let them get the Hatch. And if they didn't teabag or BM me,
I don't know. It depends. It depends. If you're like a good player and I see that you consistently make good plays and like you're not toxic, I'll probably let you have Hatch. Oh, hold on. I crammed my calling.
at all in the game, might as well give them the Hatch. It doesn't hurt nobody, but it's not mandatory. You earned your 4K, just take it if you want to. I think it's a good one. Next we got is if you have a bad match, load into your next match wanting to make sure the other side has no fun whatsoever. That is a terrible.
Yo, he's pulling some of these just out of his ass. I'm not gonna lie. I never heard this ever. I mean, I feel like that's like some gaming shit in general, though. Like, you have like a bad match, so you just try your ass off in the next match, and you just go up against like some casual people. I guess I could get that.
Idea. Like, why would you take your frustrations out on people who didn't do it to you? If you care that much, you would head up the people who just mopped you and you'd be like, yo, run it back. Like, don't get me wrong, going into multiple matches and just getting shit on back to back to back is not fun, but trust me, switching to Blight with double speed and 4 gen regression perks, yeah, it might make you feel better temporarily, but you're not getting better at the game. You're just taking your anger out on other people who didn't deserve it, who are probably trying to have fun. Like, as I said, like, I don't think gen rushing
Survivor, man, bro. Nigga, Def just got butt fucked by like a Blight before he fucking recorded this shit, bro.
or tunneling is inherently toxic, but if that comes as a result of you getting shit on, that is ridiculous. So I'm gonna put that in the top tier. I think it's utter BS. You should never take out your anger on another group of survivors.
What if you take out your anger? I feel like that just means we're gonna be playing like more to win, if anything. I feel like that's what I'm already gonna be doing.
Next we have the if it glows, it goes. This is a good unwritten rule. If it's ruin, if it's devour, if it's blood favor, if it's undying, crowd control, you need to get rid of it, but you never know. It could be haunted grounds. It could be haunted grounds. So if you're going against a really strong like M1 killer like Houndmaster or Singularity, you need to be really careful getting rid of these totems. Honestly, I could put it in everyone should do because, you know, even if you do break haunted grounds, you could just hide the whole duration. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in everyone should do. Just get rid of the glowy totems.
Okay.
Next we have if you're going against a TTV.
But no one brings Devour Hope. That shit is so ass. Because boom perks are good, but not enough to where I give a shit about bringing.
Go out of your way to tunnel them. That is, I'm gonna put that in little ridiculous. And listen, a lot of people say I should put that in utter BS. Like, I'd say like half of the Dead by Daylight like TTVs, they want to be tunneled. You're giving them content. You're giving them content.
I'm not say like they're dramatic, but or like they love like drama farming, but I feel like a lot of people don't just want to get tunneled. I feel like they want to make someone crash out because they like chat on somebody.
You're giving them views. Some will even go out of their way to teabag you so you follow them. But just because they have a purple shirt, you shouldn't go out of your way to tunnel them. Just treat them like another survivor. Next we have in endgame, if the killer is face camping, you should always go help that survivor that's being face camped. That's a good unwritten rule because obviously you're trying to get the 4-man out. Working as a team is obviously super fun. But if you're going against bow, if you're going against bow, if you're going against bow, you know, you might as well just leave. They basically got the kill almost guaranteed. Next we have slugging is toxic. I'm gonna put that in it's a little ridiculous. For a 4-man slug, like what's happening in this fucking photo, and they're having a little orgy, that is toxic. Slugging.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm not gonna lie. Trying to go for that 4-man slug, you're basically just trying to get 4 people down and just kill them. Like, I'm not gonna lie, with how many motherfuckers are bringing DS, like, I'm not gonna lie, whenever I got back into this game and I just saw motherfucking so many motherfuckers just DS, it was like confirmed that every fucking match there was someone with DS. Like, you have to slug people like a lot more now because niggas spam bringing DS.
All 4 survivors and letting them bleed.
Also, I feel like here's a slug mechanic that I fucking hate. Whenever you slug somebody, motherfucking, you can't see like their aura. Like, I'm not trying to say I should be able to see it, but bro, if it's been like 30 seconds, I should be able to see their aura now. Like, that's so annoying that like I have to like search this high ass fucking shit just to fucking find one survivor that I slugged like 30 seconds ago.
out is extremely toxic. That's why I hate all twins players. But for the most part, not every killer is 4-man slugging. And if you're playing a survivor and you're doing insane on gen progress, like a killer just got their first hook and 2 gens pop, it's not crazy if the killer slugs the next person they down so they could go for somebody else to get people off of gens. There's absolutely nothing wrong with slugging unless you do it like a 4-man slug, which number one, 90% of the roster can't even do that consistently. And if they do that to you, you literally just made mistake after mistake after mistake. If you let a trapper get a 4-man slug, you're genuinely playing like ass. But if you're going against a twins or a singularity that's just 4-man slugging you, that is toxic. That's why I'm not putting it in other BS. Next we have, if a survivor DCs, you should let all the other ones escape. Fuck you. Nigga, I want my fucking kills. I could care less if you're working with a bot that's like lagging out in a corner and trying to open a chest and, you know, not going for save and not healing you. The survivor disconnected. That's not my problem.
Okay. And like, I'm not gonna lie, what you want me to fucking sit and wait for you to do fucking 4 gens when you just don't have an extra player, bro? I just immediately either try to get rid of the fucking bot or just get rid of the worst player on over here.
Want my fucking kills. Not much else to say there. Yeah. Next we have let them sing. If they're using bardic inspiration or like the tambourine genre, you should let them finish it before you hit them. I'm gonna put that in it's whatever, because if you catch them during the like near end of the action, might as well just wait it out. You know, there's nothing wrong with waiting it out. But at the same time, that's 10 seconds where 3 survivors are getting gens done, or 2 survivors are on 1 gen. That 10 seconds is like 20% of a gen. So you're not.
I feel like see, here's the thing. Whenever I got back into it, I didn't even see anybody use that shit like at all. And that shit was kind of sad. I was expecting to see people use it, but overall, like fucking no one was using that.
Entitled to just sit there and let them finish the song, so I'm just gonna put it in the middle. Next we have, if a survivor is doing a glyph, you let them finish the glyph before you continue chase. Everyone should do. Why not? It's literally a 2-second action. A 2-second action isn't gonna make you lose the game as a killer. If you're walking up to a survivor doing a glyph and it's like mid thing and you just swing on them, you're so disrespectful, bro, because they might not get another chance for the rest of the fucking match. Next we have no tunneling at 5 gens. I'm gonna put that in it's whatever, because if you get a hook and you're still at 5 gens and you like go out of your way to tunnel, that's really overkill, especially if you're going against solo queue, which
I mean, yeah, okay. I don't disagree with this, but I feel like, bro, if I'm not like, if I'm really not trying to tunnel, I go for like your teammate, and then fucking either you body block, but you do it so fucking bad that it's just, I might as well just kill you there. Like, I feel less sympathy. Like, if I go for someone else, then I run into you, like, immediately after, that's your own fault. I'm not gonna give a shit enough to, like, not just hook you. But then they had DS, so they just get out of jail free.
Majority of your matches is probably solo queue if you're mid MMR like I am. But at the same time, as I said earlier, you're just trying to win, and that's the most efficient way to win, to get one survivor out of the match. So I don't think it's like toxic to tunnel at 5 gens, but it definitely is crazy. Again, nobody's stopping you. You're trying to win. That's why I have it in it's whatever. Next we have let the killer kill you if the killer had a bad match. It's whatever. I do it sometimes, but like if you worked hard to win and like maybe you were looping him really hard and then you got the exit gates open and he's just standing still and gave up, you don't have to give him the fucking kill. Nigga, fuck you. You lost. I'm taking my W. But at the same time, it's okay to feel empathy for somebody when they didn't perform well, and giving them the kill to make them feel better is, you know, it just shows you have empathy and you care about the fun that they have. You just want to make them feel a little better. Next we have, if a good survivor is last alive, you let them escape. I think that's a good one.
What I was talking about with the hatch, bro. Like, if I see that you're a good player and you're like solo queue and you're just consistently doing everything properly, like you're good at chase, you're not like toxic, yeah, I'll let you live. The fucking hatch appears.
Rule. If I'm sitting here getting looped by a Jane for 3 gens, but their teammates last 5 seconds in chase and I just end up steamrolling the match, I'm gonna let that person wiggle off my shoulder. I'm gonna let them get hatched. I'm gonna let them get the door because they played insanely well, but because their team was so ass, they didn't stand a chance in winning. And this happens for quite a bit of matches, I'm not gonna lie. You ever chase somebody who's really good and you're like, yo, what the fuck, they're so much better than me, my killer's powerless, and then you chase the next survivor and it's a Sable that goes down in 3 seconds. So I think that's a good unwritten rule. That's one that I follow. Again, this is all my opinion. Last time I'm gonna say this is my opinion. I don't care about yours. I don't care about the majorities. This is mine. Next we have boop the snoot for pig. I'd say it's a good unwritten rule. I want to say everyone should follow this, but there's so many sweaty ass pig players that will take advantage that you're trying to boop their snoot and they'll just get the free kill.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I was getting into playing pig whenever I got back into the fucking game. I was on my motherfucking mechanical ass motherfucking locked in and shit. Let me go ahead and think about how to put on the trap and when to put it on. Like, let me, like, I was doing all that shit. I ain't gonna lie, I probably did hit a nigga who was trying to boop the Snoop. So I didn't even know that shit was a thing going back into the game. I lucky forgot that shit was like an unwritten rule.
Head trap, and then they'll turn you off of jigsaw boxes. So even though obviously it makes sense to put it in everyone should do, I'm gonna put it in unwritten rule. Unless you've already won the game and you're in the exit gate, you might as well just boot the Snoop. But like during the match, it's definitely not necessary because that's just for a sweaty pig player to not give a shit anyways and down you. Next we have if the killer nods, you nod back, or if the survivor nods, you nod back. Yeah, it just shows you have personality. You're playing the game for fun. Even if you're trying to win, you're still having fun. That's about it. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that one. Next we have if a killer plays bad or plays nice, you give them your item. If you escape, that's a good unwritten rule. Not gonna lie, it just shows common courtesy. But again, you don't need to because that's my flashlight. I bought that with my hard.
Nah, usually it's if you let them escape, they drop their item. Like if I'm playing fucking Oni and I get like a 3K and then the hatch spawns and I like down you and I guide you to the hatch and I let you wiggle off my shoulder, you're going to drop that flashlight, pal. Go ahead and drop that motherfucking flashlight, pal.
Earned blood points. I'm keeping my shit. Next we have if a survivor is sandbagging, you hard tunnel them. Yes, especially if you're a survivor and you're getting sandbagged, you need to help the killer kill that sandbagger and the killer will let you live. Like, I'm not even kidding, 97% of the time, if the killer is trying to tunnel a sandbagger and you help, he's gonna let all of you live. Plus, sandbaggers is just such a dumb thing to do since like when you're playing as survivor and you guys have like the best perks in the game, your chance at winning is unbelievably high if you're not going against the S tiers. So somebody throwing that because maybe you missed a skill check on a gen or you didn't get the gen done in time or they were the first one hooked, so now they gotta throw the match and the killer starts tunneling them, you gotta help the killer. Next we have respect the 4%. If a survivor takes their chances to get unhooked, you gotta respect it and let them walk away scot-free. This is a little ridiculous because fuck your 4%. A lot of people argue this shouldn't even be in the game at all, even though I like it. I love the RNG aspect of it. It makes the game feel less streamlined and more random, like anything could happen. Just because you 4% off the hook doesn't mean I'm gonna let you get off the hook, go into the corner, heal up, go get an unhook on somebody else, go pick up the slug. Fuck you. I got you on the hook. I deserve to put you back on the hook if you unhook yourself. All right, now I'm kind of speedrunning the end of this. I don't want to drag this video on too long. Next we have if you body block with your BT, you're free reign to tunnel. Good unwritten rule because the devs gave us survivors basket borrow time to help with the tunneling. You know what they didn't do? Give it to us so we can use it aggressively. Don't get me wrong, I don't care about getting tunneled. I like getting tunneled because I like getting chased, but if I get unhooked and my survivor comes to unhook me and they're in such a bad position where the killer could just 2-tap them and get a free down, I'm taking that fucking hit. You think I'm gonna let you down my teammate for free? Fuck out of here. But I understand if you want to tunnel me afterwards because if I'm playing killer and somebody unhooks in front of me and I try to go after them and you body block with your base get borrow time, you're free game. Why would I not go after the injured mending survivor for a survivor that hasn't even been injured yet? Would you rather have the sitting duck or the fucking person that's gonna loop here for 5 gens by pre-dropping god pallets? Would you want a higher chance at winning or a higher chance at losing?
Well, technically, I'm pretty sure if you chase the guy that you just hit, what is it, like you don't get more blood points or like gens progress faster or some shit if you tunnel someone. I can't remember what it is, but I know you get negative status effects if you tunnel someone.
Would you rather have $100 or 20 cents? Like, come on. So I think it's a good unwritten rule that if you body block, you are free. You are a free tunnel. Like, I'm going right after you if you body block with your base get borrow time. I don't have it in everyone should do because number one, I'm not letting you get a free down on my teammate. And number two, some survivors do it on purpose because they have like DS. Next we have, if you don't like going against a perk, don't use the perk. What? I don't like going against Dead Hard. Guess what? I'm still bringing Dead Hard. I'm not even trying to be that guy. Like, I know it's to be considerate of the other side. I don't care if I don't like going against Dead Hard. When I'm playing Survivor, I'm still gonna bring Dead Hard. I love having Dead Hard. I've always used Dead Hard. I'm always going to use Dead Hard. Don't get me wrong, I hate going against it. It's that, at its core, it's just a really strong second chance perk. That's exactly why I'm gonna keep using it. I don't care if I don't like going against it. I'm gonna use it. Next we have...
I feel like what he's saying ain't wrong, but I would probably never use like the decisive strike. Like that shit is so fucking annoying. I wouldn't use it just because I fucking hate going against it. Like just out of spite. But like fucking Dead Hard, I don't give a shit about Dead Hard. There's not really a lot of perks that I would say I overly fucking hate, other than like fucking DS and like kind of BS perks that like kind of make it where you're like, it's not even a perk. It's just kind of giving you extra shit for your own mistakes.
If a killer downs you at an exit gate, you have to let them do a slug race. This is a good unwritten rule. I'm not gonna put in everyone should do, because some killers, like if you do this and they down everybody, they could just pick up somebody and put them on a hook. What are the down survivors gonna do? You can't just stand up and go get them. So some killers will literally use this to their advantage to get free kills in endgame. So you do not have to respect the slug race. You do not have to respect the slug race. And now we got one final one. I bet you're probably thinking what this is, and yeah, I'm doing something a little different. There are no unwritten rules. That's right, none of this even matters. These are unwritten rules. These are rules that players made so you play the game the way they want you to play it. What? Why does that matter? You should play the game.
That's stupid. Well, yeah, it was a good video, I'm not gonna lie, but like, I don't know, man. Sometimes niggas be tripping over bullshit. I will give props though, because DBD is a hard game to balance. To be real, it is an asymmetrical game. It's not like balancing like Overwatch or like League or like Valorant, where like you're like an equal amount of players and anybody can play anyone. This is an asymmetrical game where it's a 1v4 situation. Overall, I would say like don't even view fucking it as like a hardcore fucking ranked game. This shit is more of a casual game. Probably have a lot more fun.